Hey there. So I just thought I'd turn the camera on for a little bit. I hadn't really been talking at all lately. Things have gone rather quiet. And there's a reason for that. It's just been very, very busy with work. And I had decided that I would really focus my attention on that. So I thought I'd make a quick one. I'm waiting to just kind of talk about something that happened this week that I thought was interesting. Um, So it's Saturday, and my wife and I are going to go out and do some shopping, and then we're going to take the dogs to Balboa Peninsula in Newport Beach and have a little fun with that. I think one of them's right here. Here he is. Come here, Rudy. Come here. Here's little Rudy. He's going to go out for a walk. You can sit here with me. But anyway, the thing I wanted to share with you was the ongoing development of becoming a senior citizen. So I've shown several times on these events that I do have my AARP card, the American Association of Retired Persons, which really that I got that about a month ago. Have yet to find any place that would accept it for any reason whatsoever. So I haven't been able to use it. I was getting it thinking I was going to have all kinds of benefits, get good discounts at Denny's. Maybe that's the place I need to go, is to Denny's. I need to go to places where old people go to do their thing. But so far, no luck yet. Didn't get a discount at Starbucks. Didn't get a discount at the few vendors that I've been to. I'm just trying the wrong places, I think. But so the latest. So in the ongoing unfolding of becoming a senior citizen. Well, hey, you know what? Let me type it up here. I can do that. I keep forgetting I can do that with this. So edit this. First one is, hold on. It was, oh yeah. Save that and show that. So I've got my little topic, cataract surgery. So this right eye has basically gone quite blurry. If I close my left eye, it's essentially just all cloudy now. And it really is useful in starting to gain some sympathy for those who, as they're getting older, their body starts to fail. I mean, you've seen those pictures, I'm sure, of individuals with cloudy eyes. Let's see if I can bring that up. Hold on. Bear with me while I kind of do this. I was going to do something slightly different there. Bring this tab up over here. And I'm going to share the screen and share if there's any audio. Good. Let's do cataracts. Cataracts. And I'm sure you've seen, boy, isn't this becoming an old man's podcast? Like, look at these. Look at that cloudy eye right there. So that's what's happening in the right eye right now. It's nowhere near that bad. Anyway, anyone that had that bad, I would imagine they wouldn't be able to see. I'm sure you've seen pictures, as I have, of individuals whose eyes are so cloudy. I picture like, an Indian guru with cataracts, sitting by the side of the road. Let's see if I can find it. Indian guru cataract eye. What do I think of an Indian guru? I'm thinking that. Something like this guy, right? And then the eyes would be all cloudy. And I think sometimes it's an archetype of maybe of wisdom. I'm pulling that out of the air, right? Of that, that you can no longer see with the eyes, but maybe seeing it more in depth. Anyway, I would like to be able to smile like this man in spite of that. So let's take a look at what's going on here. Cataract surgery. So the surgery that I'm going to have will basically involve going in. Look at these gross pictures. They'll do an injection in the right eye. They will insert a chemical that will dissolve the eyeball, or not the eyeball. Hopefully not. I wonder how the chemical works that it doesn't dissolve outside of the lens. It dissolves the lens, then they'll suck that out, and then they'll use a thing to pop in a folded plastic lens that will then pop out, and it secures into place. Isn't this amazing how they can do this? And then that'll be my new lens in the right eye. So let's get rid of that. This is here. Maybe I can bring this up. on the screen. Graham's clear cornea cataract surgery. Oh, there it is. So this is the manual that I got right here. I wonder if I can actually not do the image, if I can see the actual document itself, booklet. There it is. So this is the booklet, $2.95. Who knew? It's actually a little bit expensive. Can you make it any bigger? Not really. So anyway, this is the book right here. Switch back like that. So I've got, but I didn't realize it cost $2.95. So this is the book that the surgeon gave me, and so I met with her on earlier this week on Wednesday, and no Tuesday on Monday, and she actually did an exam, determined there's no diseases in there. So here's the booklet. The thing that jumped out at me about this, and I showed my wife, is that look how old everybody is. This is going along with the AARP thing, right? Got all these old people, especially like this one over here. You know, I can get back to my knitting, right? So that was a moment that made me really feel my age. Now, I've liked to think that I'm a person that has embraced the fact of getting old, almost look forward to it in a way, and I do remind myself of it frequently. But the fact that the eye is starting to give out, the fact that my memory is starting to falter, not as sharp anymore, really does kind of, lay that fact out. Oh, wait, there's comments. Let's see. Frederick says, hello, Kurt. Hey, Frederick. Greetings from Switzerland. How is it? Is it beautiful now in Switzerland? Are you having is it beautiful fall season? I haven't been to Switzerland. I've been to Sweden, not Switzerland. Jack, one of the more interesting Google searches I've seen. No kidding, really. Jack, one. Well, I imagine though that's hardly the case, right? So I think that was the other topic that I wanted to talk about, and I'm going to put that up. I'll get to that in a second. So let me go ahead and write it down, because old guy that I'm becoming, I can't remember these things. Oh. No, I don't want to say it that way. How do I say that? I can't think of a good way to type this out without making it sound either. It just doesn't sound right. Let me see if I can say this. Like that. I'll bring that up in just a second. Let me finish the comments. But you are young. Yes, maybe 56. Would you consider that young? And again, this is not complaining of age. This is just stating facts. I don't think I'm young. I do think that I would be very surprised if I'm here 20 years from now. I'm sending positive vibes to you and your surgery. Thank you, Frederick. I'm frankly not very worried about it. Although my eyes are that part of my body that I'm very sensitive about. So I'm just kind of, oh, well, a day off from work. Tere, Kurt. What does tere mean? I wonder. Let's see. Oh, I think you showed me that before. Rabba chip. Tere meaning is, that's a Hindu. Tere nam? Oh, what? I don't know what that is. Tere definition. Hello. Oh, hello. Hello, Rabba chip. What language is that? Is that it's a contraction of tervis. Spanish English dictionary. Is that Spanish? Haha, oh no. Yes, Josh. I am lucky being 60 and having no problems. Yes, you are. Let's see. Let's switch away to the second topic, which is no, that's not it. There it is. Falling away. And again, this sounds like a podcast of speaking of complaining, and it's not. It's just kind of an observation of facts. So I was noticing that more and more as I get older, the topics, the things that I talk about are less forward looking and more reflections on where I've been and what I've done, telling stories, um, and armchair speculation. Now, not so much on the videos, but more and more in my life. That's another, I think, another sign of the advancing age, right? Looking less forward and more recollection, reminiscence, living in the past, retelling, and telling again and again and again the old stories of youth. And I think that that's a useful thing in age, because I think that's one of the things that older folks like me are supposed to do, is to be reminders, or the fact that we stick around as long as we do, reminders to the younger generation of whatever we've learned, so that even if they don't listen to us now, those words will echo through their brains long after we're gone, and as they advance. So I think that process is happening. And there's the killer dog. Hey, you. Hey, you don't need to kill anybody. Here, let me close the door real quick. Come here. You don't have to kill anybody. So falling away, and falling away, and stories of the past. Being wanted to living more in the past, sharing of the past. So there's the next topic that I want to talk about. Let's see. Let's change this one to, oh my goodness, what is it called? It's a movie that I'm watching on Netflix right now, which I don't watch a lot of TV, but I've recently come along a line of TV shows that I've been watching. Hold on, what is it called? Good gosh, I can't remember. It's a really tough title. Hold on, let me bring up Netflix here. It'll tell me what I was watching before. Bear with me. There it is. Really interesting movie. If you like movies that kind of talk about other cultures, it is. Oh, there it is. The Awakening. Here, bring it up here. Show the screen again. The Awakening of. There it is. And who can remember this title? The Awakening of Modi Wolkenbruch. Let's see if I can click on this. This is it. And it's the story of this young man, Modi, as he's called, and he's a German Jew, a Jewish man living in Germany, or maybe it's Sweden. Hey, maybe it's Sweden, actually, or Switzerland. I can't quite remember. It might not be Germany. So, Frederick, you might recognize this movie because it's dubbed in English and subtitles, and the dubbing and the subtitles don't match, curiously. So the hold on, the other dog wants in. Hold on. So it's about this young man who it's basically time to get married, and his family namely his mother, have a nice group of nice Jewish girls for him to. There's his mother to line up with, and he meets them, and he goes out with them, and there's these events, these meetings. Here's one of them right here. He and this girl, they in particular decide that they're going to pretend to be engaged because she's fed up with the process too. They're going to pretend to be engaged so that their parents, their mothers mainly, will lay off for a little bit. But in the meantime, he meets this Shiksa girl. Here she is. Really beautiful. Shiksa, of course, being a non-Jewish girl that he really likes, and she really likes him. Meets her at the university. And then the family decides to send him or the rabbi decides to send him to Israel to find a bride, where he meets this girl right here. This is a better photo of her. This is where I am in the movie. Oh, there she is, right there. He meets her at a rather progressive rabbi. I think the gentleman's a rabbi's event for it's meditative yoga, meditative for Jewish. It's yoga and Jewish tradition come together, and it's called the Om Shalom. You get in the yoga position. Shalom. It's really, really funny. So he meets her there. And I think he might, that's where I am in the story. He just met her. And it's done in this way. The movie is done in this way where the young man is frequently taking an aside. See how he's looking at the camera here? And he talks at the camera, tells us what's going through his mind, talks about Jewish tradition. Very interesting. Ron, if you're out there, my friend in Israel, maybe you would like this movie. I'm really enjoying it. This is like the fourth movie focused on more traditional Jewish culture that I've come across in a while. Oh, there's the scene right there. I guess I hadn't anticipated that one, the bed scene. Anyway, that was good. Let's see. Any more comments here? See, it should show where I left off. Oh, Tara means hello in Estonian. Oh, okay. Very good. Estonian. That's right. Oh, you're my Estonian friend. That's right. Remember? I remember. Yes. Frederick, I am a donor of all organs after dying, so I can help other people to have a better life. Yeah, Frederick, you and me both. I'm happy to give my body to take the usable parts and then donate the rest for science or whatever, and then throw the rest out in the field. I miss your walks in the Japan countryside. I miss them sometimes too. Hello, glad to see you and hear you again. Thank you. Bye, Kurt. Bye, everyone. I have to leave. Bye, Frederick. Take care. What's up? I'm just taking a moment to talk about a few things before my wife and I head off. We're going to go to Newport Beach. I'll show you where we're headed. Boink. There we go. Hold on. Newport. Oh, here. Google Earth. Bear with me. Let's go to Newport Beach, California, which is one of the nearby cities from where I live. And we're off. Narrowing down to the west coast of the United States, Southern California, and there's Newport Beach. So here is this is the greater Los Angeles area, all of this area here, right? Los Angeles proper is up here. Redondo Beach, this is called the South Bay. This is the Palos Verdes area. Long Beach Harbor here. Irvine, where I live, is right down over here. And here is Newport Beach. Now, Newport Beach has some interesting areas. This is called, over here, this is called Balboa Island. And there is a tiny little bridge right here. And there's a ferry that goes across the island somewhere, I guess over here, maybe. I'm not quite sure where the ferry is. And one of my viewers from my Japan days was actually one of the ferrymen and on that ferry. So sometimes my wife and we will come down here and we will take our dogs. We'll park over here and we'll take our dogs for a walk around Balboa Island. It's really fun to walk along this walkway here. Very, 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 very white upper class community. It's really interesting. It really and I mean, here are these homes with their beautiful, boat launches. They're a little kind of like private beaches there. Beautiful homes, but you really do get that sense that that upper class, predominantly white culture. It's very strange. It exists, of course. So this over here is Balboa Peninsula, right along here. So what I like to do is to come, and there's a church where I park at, and there's the dog. It's okay. No need to kill. No one needs to die. So I'll drive down PCH with my wife and my dogs. Yes, the ones barking. Get off here, loop around here, drive along through here. There's actually two ways to get on the peninsula. You can actually go a little further over here and get on the peninsula over there. When I first moved here, I didn't realize that. I thought there were two peninsulas. I thought there was this peninsula here and this peninsula here. Little did I know they were the same. That takes you then down here. This is a real happening area right in here. This area right here. There's kind of like a lot of bars, tattoo parlors, right along through here. Nice restaurants. A lot of restaurants right through here. And it's very, very beachside. So sometimes I'll come down and just park anywhere. And here's the pier. Park anywhere along here and go for a swim. But the place I prefer to go to swim, I'll show you, is I have to kind of orient myself like I'm driving. Okay. Right along here. Let's see if I can find it. Where's that church? There's a school and then there's a church. Oh, here it is. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. So typically, because I ride a motorcycle, if I'm on my bike, I can usually find a spot right in here. I can like squeeze between two cars if there's some open space. Sometimes if I'm with my family, I can also find a place to park, but usually they don't want to come with me. So I'm usually by myself. I'll park my motorcycle here, walk along here, walk up here past the restrooms. I usually go over by this lifeguard tower, and then right about there, I'll put my towel, and then I'll go body surfing out here. It's really a nice place to body surf. A lot of fun. Now, if I was to go just a little bit further, if I wasn't such a coward, if I was to go a little further south, all the way to the end of the peninsula, I would be at a very famous place, if you're a surfer, called the Wedge. So this is the Wedge right here. And you can park really anywhere along here. Again, with a motorcycle, it's very easy to find parking. And then you can walk out. Walk out along this little park. Usually there's sea lions sitting right around here. And you walk out here and you can go body surfing right in there. It's quite amazing. Let's take a look real quick. I'll show you a video. Hold on. Let's see. Let's make sure the sound isn't on. Wedge jet ski. So let me explain why there it is. There's that video. Let me explain why this is a particularly profound place to surf, if that's an okay word. It's because what happens here as a result of this break wall, the waves coming from the northwest will come in along here. They'll strike this breakwater here. The energy builds and builds and builds, and it reaches right around here and then reflects back out. And it meets with the waves coming in and causes a peak, a big giant peak to form. And that peak looks like, let's see if I can find a good picture of with the peak. You can kind of see it with that one. Let's see. There's a guy on Instagram called Wedgemel, has a lot of good videos. Let's see if this is here. This is an actual incident. Let's open this up. I wonder if I can open it up. Here, YouTube. There we go. Okay, this is the Wedge. And what we're going to see here, I'm going to make this full screen, is a jet ski that is going to come along and going to get swallowed up by a very big wave. I think this is the video. Yeah, this is the jet ski incident. So you can see a couple of guys in the water right there, a couple of heads poking up, and here it comes rolling along. It peaks. See the little peak right there? Here's the peak. Look at the jet ski coming. Oh no, and they can't escape because of the breakwater there. But don't worry, they're going to be okay. And they're getting close to the breakwater there, you can see. And they get swallowed. It's a man and a woman. And the jet skis can end up on the rocks. You can see the lifeguard. And the jet ski stuck up on the rock, and the man and the woman are in the water. It's a very dangerous place. A whole host of lifeguards will come out to try to rescue them. And this next wave will actually sweep the jet ski back off. So there's the man and woman popping up right there. And here comes the lifeguard boat. See the lifeguard boat racing over? And the jet ski's still up there. Eventually we're going to get washed off. Let's kind of fast forward a little bit. And you can get to the point where you can see them getting rescued. So the jet ski's back off the rocks. Here comes the lifeguard boat. See the lifeguard boat over there on the right. Shore, there they are. The lifeguards got them to shore. So anyway, that is the world famous wedge located right here. That's where all that happened. So I'm going to take, and well, actually, I don't think Emily's going to come with me, so with us. So I'll take my wife and my daughter today. We'll probably, usually when we go to Balboa Island, we'll park around here and we'll walk around this neighborhood. It's a really nice neighborhood. And now from over here, you can sit at this little park right here. There's some benches, and you can watch all the power boats going in and out, including Warren Buffett's boat. He has a big old boat. What is all this? Oh, sailboats and stuff moving around. I think this is where the big yachts are. Usually right around here. There's usually a ginormous boat right there. You can actually see it from elsewhere. But I think today I'm going to take Yumiko and we're going to go out here, right about here, I think. We're going to go park here and then we're going to walk around the waterfront there. So that's coming up in just a little bit. As soon as Yumiko's ready, I'm going to head out. Let's see. A couple of other comments. Let's go back over here. You can actually consider yourself lucky, Kurt, for knowing the reason behind this certain eye issue of yours. I'm 37 with hearing problems for which no doctor has an explanation. Not yet, at least. I feel for you. Wow. That must be very difficult to have a problem that there's no clear or immediate answer to. I'm really sorry for that. Mino, fun fact, when you say you can feel it from your belly up to your throat. Let's see. How does it go? Shalom. Interesting. In the movie, they were talking about various chakras, which were interesting. Yeah, today's my first ever Softy live. Well, welcome, Robot Chip, and welcome. Glad you could join me for that. Hooray, hooray, yes. Wow, very nice beaches. Indeed. Robert Chip, by the way, I remember you mentioning that someone thought that your Google Earth explorations are boring or whatever. Well, actually, they rock. Really? Well, thank you. Wow. Okay. Well, maybe I'll do more of those. Was there anything else I wanted to talk about before I call it quits? Oh, I will point out I'm reading a new book. I started reading Crime and Punishment at last by Dostoevsky. I know this is one of those books that make sounds like a show off, like you're reading Dostoevsky. It is really good stuff, though. I mean, I read The Brothers Karamazov, which I must confess was a struggle. It took me 2 tries to get through the whole thing. Dostoevsky is really heavy duty in terms of just rich, deep dialogue. Because it really is, Dostoevsky writes about scenes, right? He puts characters in the scene and has them talk, and they talk about very interesting things. But anyway, I just want to comment the first chapter there with, what's his name? I can't quite name the hero of the story. I can't quite remember his name, but the young man goes into that scene of absolute poverty and destitution in Petersburg. Really was moving to me, especially the scene of the young man, the officer, scoundrel, who and his daughter. Wow, heavy stuff. Okay, well, I think that's about it. This is one last comment here. Oh yeah, do you have any tips so you can read faster and efficiently, get through more books? I am the last person to ask on that. I am terrible at that. See, I keep a stack of books. This is my reading stack. See this stack right there by the thing? Those are the books that I have bought that I have not yet read. I don't keep books after I read them. So what I do is I basically pile them up and I work off the top. And I'm very, 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 very slow reader. That's because I really like to dwell on things. Like, for example, I read the Bible every day. I read a chapter, and I was reading yesterday, today, and the day before yesterday, one chapter, which is the second book of Kings, second chapter. Read that. This is the 3rd day in a row. I was really confused because it deals with 2 characters that have almost the same name, and I can't quite remember it. It's Ezekiel. No, it's what is his name? It's the prophet Elijah, the prophet Elijah, and then another prophet to be Elisha, right? Elijah and Elijah. There's just the spelling's a little bit different. I was so confused because I was trying to read it, and it was like Elijah is making a pact with Elijah that when Elijah dies, if Elijah sees Elijah taken away to heaven in a whirlwind, then that will mean that Elijah will gain the wisdom and the connection with God that Elijah had. And so, indeed, in the midst of walking, the fire and the angels arrive and whisk Elijah off to heaven. And Elijah realizes that's the sign that he's got the sight. He's going to have the power of God. It took me so I'm so slow. It took me 3 days to read that over and over to finally get it. My favorite part of that scene, of course, is when at the end, when after Elijah is whirled away to heaven with the chariots of fire in a whirlwind. I don't know, was there a whirlwind that then sucked up Elijah with the chariots and all flames and off into heaven? I don't know. But then Elisha, that's it. Elijah, Elisha, two. One fins Elijah, I think, Elishi, I think. Elisha, then sans Elijah, who has been whisked to heaven, is walking home, I guess. And he runs into the 40 kids who tease him because he's bald. And then he summons 2 she-bears, or he curses them, and 2 she-bears come and tear the 40 kids to pieces. I mean, it's like, seriously, that's your man of God. Wow. So no, I'm no one to ask for that. Nice mic. You should do podcast. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, it is a nice mic. It really, cuts out all the background stuff. Well, same for me. All right. We're both in the same boat. And I think it is now 10:48. Yumiko and I said that we were going to leave around 11. So I'll go ahead and just sign off for now. I wish you all the best. And it's basically the start of a nice weekend. So take care, everybody. Be safe, but not too safe. And see you next time. Bye-bye.